All right, you're being asked to add together two square roots, neither of which are perfect squares. So how are you supposed to go about that? Use your radical properties, simplify each one of these. In this case, what you're going to end up seeing here is we've got to have a square root times another square root. That would make 75. So all we got to do is two numbers that multiply together make 75, but we want one of those values to be a perfect square. So it's not a bad idea to just list out your perfect squares over here. Help with the list. You can just look over and say, okay, which of these numbers over here could I divide 75 by and get a nice, neat answer? So here's a list of perfect squares. 75, 25 probably stands out right away. 25 times 3 is what gives me 75. And then I can clean this up. I can simplify the front radical. Square root of 25 is just 5. So this is 5 root 3. And then over here, we're going to do that same thing, but with 48. I want to split 48, factor it out into two square roots, one of which is going to be a perfect square. So I know that 16 is a part of my list, and 16 times 3 also makes 48. So 16 comes out to a nice, neat 4. Remember, we're adding. So we're going to take this value here, add it to the square root of 16 times root 3. Well, the square root of 16 is just 4. Root 3 remains root 3 because those are non-perfect squares. So now what I have is essentially like terms. You remember back early in algebra when you started doing 5x plus 6x, and you said, oh, they're both x terms, so we can combine them through addition. Same rule applies with your radicals here. So if I've got 5 root 3, if that wasn't root 3, we can't do this. But because it is root 3, these are essentially, think of them as x's. 5x plus 4x. We can combine them, and it's going to remain an x term. So if it's 5 root 3 plus 4 root 3, 5 and 4 makes 9. This is going to be 9 root 3 as a final answer for this problem. Hopefully that makes sense. You got to be able to simplify those radicals. Once you simplify them out, hope that you get some like terms, combine them together, and give yourself a final result. Study hard and good luck on your upcoming test.